So we talked about squatting. Squatting is really when you're trying to purchase a domain that's already legally copywritten, where the name matches a copywritten name, trademark name. So there's different levels there uh, between copyright and trademark. But when you're intentionally trying to take someone else's name and own that, that's squatting.
Right.
If you can think of something and if you're being creative and you can kind of see into the future, if you're a futurist, right, and you can see the future value of a domain name and you can purchase that, that is a legal business. And as we talked about, purchasing a domain is completely negotiable. So it's all about what the buyer is willing to pay, and it is worth more money than what's been paid for it because of the length of time it's been registered. So just a really good thing, just understanding of what domain names are. So anything else you want to add to that?
Let's see on my list. Uh, you know that Yeah, we there's geo domains, which you mentioned, would be domains that uh, of a certain city or a state or a country, and there's some are still available. And if domains are not available in the .com, then you've got the .net, the .org, and now very popular is .ai. Uh, and some of
Mhm.
these, these investors are just going crazy with buying and selling up all these domains. It's just like developers that are buying up, real property.
Land.
Same exact thing, because there's only one domain of a domain. There's one address of that domain, because they're really, the letters are just symbols for a bunch of numbers, really. And so it's just like your address at your house. There's only one. So once they're gone, they're gone. But you have other options of TLDs, .com, .net, .org, .ai. .gov is usually for institutions, government organizations. But so but like they said, .com is king. That's what everybody thinks of when they type in a domain. It's going to be .com, and I don't see any time soon that .com will fall into second place.
Right. Yeah, I feel the same way. And there's arguments also that dot coms hold more search engine optimization value. Uh, I I can't really confirm that. I've seen small cases where that might have made a difference. Um, but I think it's more of a usability. People really are just accustomed to typing.com. However, the when we many years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, when the browsers changed to where you don't have to type in an actual address, you just type in whatever you want and it searches. So the address bar, the URL bar became a search bar. When that
Right.
happened, that really changed the whole dynamics of what's going on, and it does allow for other extensions, domain name extensions to be used quite easily. But it is definitely challenging in a person's mind to think, oh, okay, I got to put a period in an AI. Do I add the .com after? Our brains have just been really accustomed just to doing .com. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
So
funny.
if you have the opportunity to get a .com, and you have to pay more for it than a .net, because you'll have it forever, and it's worth the extra money if at all possible to get the .com. In my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. If you can get it, then that's the best way to go.